This week, if you text oil, mic check, mic check. Let's make sure everything is good. You know, if you guys can hear me well, check, check. This week, if you text oil to 813-696-6676, you could win a free bottle of oil. So we just got our oil back in stock. Super fresh. This is a cosmetic grade moringa seed oil, 100%. No fillers. You don't have to worry about contaminants. It's super, super golden, great color, highest quality oil that you can get from Moringa. We're getting better at the process. Okay, so let me make sure that we're good. Let me make sure everybody's good here. Welcome, welcome back. Let me know if you can hear me. Text oil to 813-696-6676 to win. This week, if you text oil, we're just getting everybody in here. Let's see. Yep, that sounds good. All right, just want to make sure everybody's good. Thanks. Happy Saturday, y'all. Happy Saturday, team. Welcome. Solinda's here. Great. Thank you very much. Kim is here. Welcome. Welcome, y'all. We Grow Moringa. We have a conference coming up this April. This April, we have a conference here, and we're having a 3-day event in Plant City. Would love for you to come attend. This week. Oh, good. Everything seems to be working well. Love to see you guys. Welcome back. Welcome back. We have a great show planned for you today. Let's check out the winners from last week. We had a bunch. Man, we had like 20 people text us last week. So we got a bunch of winners from last week already. So make sure you text us. Moringa love, everybody. We got some winners here. Let's go ahead and text the new winners. All right. Let's see who it is. Oh, 5298 is a winner of the gift box with the phone number 5298. All right, let's do another one. So we'll get back to you. We'll get your address and we'll send you a free gift box. Let's just do one more just because we're in the gifting spirit. Who's the winner? 0878. These are new numbers. These are new callers. These are new people. We don't have their name yet. And so gift box winners. Thank you. So this week, text oil. Text oil. We've got the best moringa seed oil. If you've never tried it, super. I've been using it in my hair, my skin. Look how slick this is. Look at this. You see this? This is the direct result of moringa seed oil. This right here. I put it on my skin every night after the shower. Helps to lock in the moisture. This is what my secret is. If I have dry skin, especially in the wintertime, especially, just taking a shower, hard water sometimes. Welcome back. We're getting everybody in. Thank you. We have a great show. Yes, We Buy Moringa is today's show, right? I have some great news about that. People ask if they're shipping their moringa to me. I want to answer your question. Let's see what else. I have a hard truth. I have a hard truth for you to hear. Hard truth. So stick around. I'm going to give you the hard truth. My purpose. Also, the business model. I want to teach you a little bit more about the business model. Our business model, we're a collective. I've got some information here, and I'm building the website. I'll be sharing more information about what I worked on this week on the website. Systems. When I say that we buy Moringa, I'm going to talk to you about exactly how we buy it and how we build systems together. We're going to talk to you about the Moringa map and also what that entails. Because if we buy Moringa, then you have to learn how to sell it, right? So what are you selling? We've got some answers for you there. We're going to teach you how to sell a little bit. We'll do some more FAQs. We've got some top frequently asked questions. Today is going to be a great informational and educational day. And we want to hear more from your business. If you'd like to get featured on today's show, if you'd like to come in today's show and you're a member, go into the members area and click the Zoom link in the members area. I will admit you to the show. Just make sure that you're ready, you got your camera ready, and you're ready to promote your business. If you'd like to get some airtime and some marketing and some advertising, I can help you get some sales today. If you're a member, go into the members area and click the Zoom link so that way you can come into the Zoom. I'll bring you in at about 1:30 or so. We just got started today, so let's go ahead and jump right in. We're talking a little bit more about products and also the business model. Those are the things that we wanted to talk about today. Make sure you text oil. Make sure you text oil. You get a little bit of water. Text oil to 813-696-6676. Thanks a lot, team. Make sure I got everything. Yes. All right, welcome back. Happy Saturday. We're getting the show started. Let me jump right in. We buy Moringa. Yes, we do. I've got a graphic for you I'm going to show. Let me go ahead and pull that graphic up real quick and I'll share my screen. Graphics, one pagers. We're going to buy your Moringa and we want you to know exactly how to sell your Moringa. Do you want to hear the hard truth? The real hard truth? I could tell you the real hard truth. I talk to 1,000 people in a week. And mostly everybody, their first question is, yes, or their first question is, will you buy my Moringa? And I say, yes, of course. But here's the hard truth. 99% of the people that I talk to will never grow Moringa. It's a sad, sad story. It's almost like I'm answering the questions and I'm working, but 99% of the people that I talk to are not actually going to do anything. They're asking me if I'll buy it, and I'll say, yes, I'll buy it. But 99% of the people are actually not going to go through with producing even this much, ever. I make 10 of these a week. But for most of the people that I talk to, the unsettling fact is that this business is just like any other business. It's going to take work. Okay, but I have a secret for you. For the 99%, I'm talking to the 99%. This is what I love. I'm talking to you. I'm literally talking to you because 99% of the people are not actually going to ever grow Moringa or be able to produce a final product like this, a final product just like this in a package with a label. This is what we need as a collective in order for me to buy it from you. I need it just like this. And 99% of the people that are calling me every day and they're asking, will you buy my Moringa? I say, yeah, how much do you have? And they say, well, they don't have any yet. And I know that. I know that 99% of the people that are calling me don't actually have production. But this is my solution, because if you want to make 6 figures a year from Moringa, stay tuned, keep watching, hang out with me, come back to this show every Saturday. Mark your calendar. I'm here every single Saturday working to educate you on being able to produce. I want that number to increase. My whole goal of this business is to actually increase the amount of growers from 1% higher than 1% is my first goal, is my main goal. And so the hard truth is that this business is just like any other business, and you have to talk to people. You have to form relationships. You have to get out of your shell. You have to share your story. You have to tell your testimonial, because people buy from people. And what my program has for you is a platform to be able to stand on a pedestal, on a platform, to be able to share your story, so that way people can buy from you. So yes, I buy Moringa, and also many other people in our network buy Moringa. Why? Because 99% of them are never going to be able to produce, but they want to be in the Moringa business. So if you want to be in the Moringa business and you have aspirations to grow, but you're not there yet, you're in the right place. Because today and every day, I teach people how to make a living from Moringa. I made my first $1 million without any Moringa of my own. I didn't own any land, and I didn't have any trees of my own. I used other people's properties, and I learned how to sell Moringa. Quick story about me is that I was in architecture school. I was in my mid-20s, and I'm going to architecture school, and I have avoided business in a way. I was business savvy. I had my own business. I started my first business when I was 14. So now here it is 10 years later, and at that time I had a vending machine business. So I was into business, and I was selling candy. I thought I could make $1 million from candy. And I'm pretty sure that I did. Over the course of 10 years, my first $1 million was from candy. I sold candy for 10 years. From the time that I was 14 to 24, I sold over $1 million worth of candy. I remember having $100,000 in my senior year in cash from selling candy. And this was in high school. So by the time I got to architecture school, I was selling candy, but I realized that I was in architecture school and they were teaching me how to sell buildings. They were teaching me how to sell my design. They were teaching me how to sell my idea to the guy that had money, that was going to hire me to build their house. And I was just like, so I'm going through all of this to essentially just be the guy that's trying to sell something? Man, I can't get away from this selling thing. This is so annoying that I have to learn how to sell my plans and my blueprints and my drawings in order to convey my idea to someone to pay me to build it for them. Ah, I hate selling, right? I hate selling. Is this what you're saying? That's what you're saying right now too? God dang it. It's mostly because I didn't have the skill of selling. So I remember the moment I was in this firm class, Architecture Firm 101. It was a class that taught us how to open up our own firm, our own business. So I'm learning the ins and outs of the architecture business, how to open a firm and how to operate my firm, how to get clients, how to pay for, drafting people and people working in the firm and how that works. And I said, I think I could make $1 million faster than actually becoming an architect. And at the time I was selling candy, and that was hurting my soul. That was damaging. That was damaging me. I was selling sodas and candies. And not only was I eating the sodas and candies every day, I couldn't keep up morally. My morals were causing conflict because as I was cleansing and detoxing and fasting and learning about moringa and learning about herbs and learning about health and wellness, I was really sick around this time. I had already been suffering from IBS for over 13 years. So what I did was, what I did was I decided to focus on the thing that I wanted to sell. I wanted to learn how to sell something that I liked. I wanted to sell something that I loved, that I supported. At that moment, I started to build the story and build the idea of who I was inside, and to be able to sell the idea of selling something good for people, good for the earth, good for pets, good for plants. I was searching for years, trying to get away from selling candies and sodas. That's when I realized that if I wanted to make $1 million, I had to sell something. And at that point, I realized that I didn't necessarily want to just sell my idea of a building to somebody to get paid. I for some reason, I wasn't interested in selling the buildings. I figured I could get $1 million faster if I learned how to sell something that I loved. Then I could take the money that I make from this and I can open my architecture firm. And that's what's happening. Is now that I've made over $1 million from Moringa, we're on a mission to make $1 million in 1 year. And the way that we're able to do that is because I learned the skill of selling. And so what I'm conveying to you right now is that you don't have a growing problem. 99% of you contacting me are never going to produce moringa. But what I can do is I can increase that number, and the whole purpose of my business is to increase that number, more people producing, if I teach you this valuable skill first, which is called selling. So you don't have a growing problem, you just have a selling problem. Now that you're here with me and you realize what this business is, you're learning the fact that you don't actually need to have moringa. You don't have to actually have property. You don't actually have to grow it, cut it, dry it, harvest it to make a living from moringa. If you want to make a living from moringa like I do, that's what I made my mission, was I want to make a living from moringa. The moment that I graduated, I was making a living from Moringa. I sold my vending machine business the same day that I graduated. I didn't even walk. I didn't even walk down the aisle and put the little Saturn hat ritual to put me in a box. You know, I didn't even put my head in a box, right? I didn't want to put my head in a box. So I said, I'm not doing that whole Saturnalian ritual, right? And so I said, you guys go ahead and walk. I'm going to go get this check. So I got a check for like 20 something $1,000 that day. And I sold my vending machine business. I paid for a year's worth of rent and I started my plant nursery. That's what I did the moment that I graduated. And my dad said, what would you like for graduation? And I said, let me get a tent and a table. He said, what? A tent and a table? What are you going to do with that? I said, I'm going to market. I'm going to the farmer's market. I'm going to become a farmer. Oh, you're not going to go get a job as an architect? No, I spent 10 years learning how to be an architect, but that's really just the start. I need to learn how to become a farmer if I ever want to build farm houses. If I ever want to be the architect that I really, really want to be, I have to spend 10 years learning how to be a farmer. Well, now here it is 10 years later, and I'm a professional farmer. So now I can marry those two professions and teach you as well how to make a living from Moringa like I have. Okay. So this is my business. My business and my purpose is to build your business. I said all that to say about me being an architect because I want you to have some context as to what my business is and who I am and how I operate. I'm a builder. And I realize that in order for me to get to building buildings, I need to build myself and I need to build people and others in my business. And I realized that architects not only build physical buildings, but we build invisible structures, things that hold communities together. These things like farming and agriculture are things that hold communities together. So that's my purpose in this business. My business is here to build your business. So if you want to have a Moringa business, you're in the right place. I'm going to teach you how to have a Moringa business, even if you're not a grower. 99% of the people that I talk to are never going to actually become a producer, grower. But more realistically, where you are right now, if you're in Canada, if you're in Australia, if you're in Africa, the skills that I teach are the skills that help you to make a living from Moringa. If you want to make a living from selling candy, you can. If you want to make a living from selling anything, you can. But if you want to make a living from selling Moringa, if you've made that your thing, then you and I are going to be friends because my mission is to make a living from Moringa, whatever that means. If that means that I'm buying Moringa from other people and reselling it, then my whole business is buying Moringa from other people. I just spent $10,000 last week buying Moringa from the members. I bought Moringa from the members. So yes, we buy Moringa. Number one, become a member. And we'll talk more about those other steps. But I just want to keep going and realize what's happening here is that you don't have a growing problem, you have a selling problem. You don't know how to sell. So my whole business is going to be building your business and teaching you how to be a seller. So let me go in and tell you exactly what happens. Okay. In my business, someone is going to call me Someone's going to call me. Okay. And they're going to ask me if I can, they're going to ask me if I know someone in their city. So let me share a screen here. So people call me every day and they ask me, do you know someone in my city that I can buy Moringa from? And I say yes. So let's go to the map. Okay. When someone says and asks me, do you know someone in Texas that has Moringa? I say, yeah, give them a call. If somebody calls me and says, do you know someone in California that has Moringa? I say, yeah, give them a call. My business is building your business. So your Moringa business is tied in with me. I automatically send you business. So you might be calling me and asking me, how do I get customers? How do people find me? Number one, team up with me. Become a member. Because when someone calls me and says, do you know someone in New York City? I say, yeah, give them a call. If somebody says, do you know someone in Nigeria? Yeah, give them a call. Do you know someone in Australia? Yeah, give them a call. Find them yourself. How do you find them yourself? I give this link out 100 times a day. My whole business is promoting your business, right? So when someone says, do you know where I can find Moringa in my city? I say, yeah. Click the Moringa map, and that'll take you to our map. We already got over 2,600 views in the last 2 weeks, so we're getting about 1,000 views a week right now. So if you're watching from South Africa, I think we have someone here that is in Botswana right now, right? Someone here is in Botswana. I think that is Ruth Seymour. Beautiful. Oh, Bluebird's an engineer. Nice. Awesome. We love working with engineers. We need more engineers. That's going to probably be the last job is engineering, especially even like AI engineering and prompting is huge right now. So someone here is in Memphis, Bluebird's in Memphis, and they say you have no business without a customer. Yeah, absolutely. But also no business without other people. You know, you don't necessarily need customers first, but you do need to work with people, networking, right? Because you can start your business, and I'm glad that you said that, because the way that I teach is not actually getting you started for your business is not to worry about a customer, is to worry about getting more leads. More leads leads to customers. How do you get a lead? Like this. This is exactly how you get a lead. I'm going to send leads your way. Leads are not customer, yet they are hot and potentially ready to buy from you. So if you're anywhere in the world, you know, right now I'm here in Florida and I'm building a USA collective, but we also have Moringa growing in South America. We also have Moringa growing in Africa. So as we grow and expand, the way that we can help in those regions is to just connect people. Because I get people asking me all the time, do you know someone in, say, Kenya or in many other places of Africa that grow Moringa? Ghana, Nigeria, Cameroon, right? So Moringa is very widespread throughout Africa, and it's a great place to grow Moringa. So yes, we definitely want to do more business in Africa. We actually have more growers that are signing up in Australia as well. We would love to see more members showing up and popping up in Thailand as well, the Philippines. And of course, the biggest country and the most amount of people that call me every day to ask if I buy their moringa and I say yes is India. But we have no pins on India. Why is that? Why is 99% of all moringa in the whole world coming from India and there are no pins on India? Because no one from India has actually followed through to do business with me. It's all talk, right? It's all been talk. Nobody's actually coming into the network to work with me. Okay. So look at all these people here. These people here are working with me. So this is why I want to work here, mostly in the USA, because these people are here working with me, networking with me. Okay. And we're working and growing each other's businesses. If you're in these countries and you're trying to get moringa sold here, look at all the people already here that are interested in being in this business here. You're completely missing the point. You're completely missing the boat here. If more customers are here in the USA and more people are trying to buy moringa in the USA as the #1 consumer, I wonder why people from Africa and India, who I get the most amount of calls from, are not really working with me. They're not really interested in building their business. They're just talking. It's one reason why I have a hard time talking to so many people outside of the country, because it just doesn't seem, because I'm doing the same talking, I'm doing the same conversation, and look how many people we have already here in the USA. So that's why I really just focus right now on building my company and helping businesses here in the USA. I have to focus. I have to focus on this particular group of people that are in this area. And they may be from other countries. And that's amazing. And so it just says a lot about the people that are willing and able to do more business and network and work together as a team. And that's why we love the USA. So when I send people to you on this map, when I send people your way, okay, when I send people your way, this is where the next step comes in. Because I'm going to send people your way. Let's see if we can actually go back to the map. When I send people your way, what does that make you? That makes you a sales rep. Okay? Because at that point, I'm recommending someone to you, and you pick up the phone, you're representing me, you're representing our organization, and you're a sales representative, not only for this company, but for your company. And you have to decide at that point, what are you selling? Well, there's two things that you can sell. Right? You can sell. We're going to get back to this. Let's see here. I got to finish this out. I'm going to put on here, there's two things that you can sell. I'm going to be filling out this map, this Moringa map page. Map. Two things to sell when you pick up the phone on the map. One, you're going to sell products. Number two, you're going to sell education. Right? Because as soon as you get on the phone, you have approximately 2 minutes to find out and gather enough information if they're going to buy product or if they're going to ask you 50 questions and then not buy product. Okay. These are some of our member growers here that are on the map across the country. So we're gonna be talking about this essentially more so in the members area. What we're talking about here is role playing calls, inbound calls. When you get a call, I'm going to teach you and train you on how to pick up the phone. People are going to ask a lot of questions. So as an example, one of the things that you can do is you can ask them questions. When they ask questions, you can also answer with a question. You have to find out their name, their phone number, their email address right off the bat. That way, if you get disconnected or you need to call them back, you have their information written down or saved directly in the phone. I'm on the phone all the time, and I'm actually adding and saving that person right on the call. And I'm taking notes when I'm on the call with that person. So a lot of times it goes like this. Hey, I wanted to buy some product from you, but I have some questions. Great. So they'll ask a question, well, how many trees can I grow on an acre? Well, that's a technical question. Did you have any questions about the product, the powder? You said that you were going to buy some product, but you had some questions. Well, yeah, I just wanted to know how much money that I could make. So these are all technical questions that people are asking about the business side. I said, that's a great question, but what does that have to do about the powder? You said you wanted to buy powder. How much powder would you like to purchase? Oh, well, I don't know. Like, I don't know. What are your sizes? Okay. Yeah, we've got 4 ounces, 8 ounces, a pound. What are your prices? 60 bucks, 40 bucks, 20 bucks. All right, great. As we move that towards checkout, there's still some more questions. Well, I had some questions about, how to grow it and how do I make money from it? And when do I harvest it? And what about the yellow leaves? And what about the bugs? And what soil do I use? And how much do I water it? Well, sir, or ma'am, I thought we were just trying to buy some powder. It seems like you have a lot of questions. Yes, those are two different things. We have product and we have questions. Most people are trying to find out about the business. Why do you think I created this business? Because in order for me to sell a $20 powder, I had to answer 100 questions about the business. And that's where I said, okay, I'm starting to get hip to this. In order to be selling $20 a powder, I have to be on the phone with somebody for an hour to tell them all of my business secrets, to then just get $20 a powder just for them not to grow it. This is what I realize, is that a lot of people are talking, but very little people are doing. And so to kind of help with all the noise and all the talking, what I did was I said, well, in order to learn about the business, I have a program for you. That's how the Grow Moringa Collective even came to be. So when I send someone your way and you're on the map, and I send someone your way, you don't have to answer all 50 or 100 of their questions either. And you don't have to feel like you have to give them the whole farm in order for them to spend 20 bucks with you. We have a system now. And you're here because you're learning how to better serve people, how to help people. Because if they've got 50 questions and they just want to talk to somebody, well, we have somebody they can talk to. We have a trained teacher, we have a trained member, and we have a platform that you can get in and actually talk to somebody live and real. We have Zoom calls and we get on every day. We have meetings. You can talk to real people. It's just on that phone call, that initial first call that you might make with me or someone else and ask 50 questions, I usually say, those are great questions. Let's talk about all of that in the members area. And this is how I've learned how to get on the phone and help to turn people from interested leads into customers. Because if you want to start your Moringa business, you're also going to have 1,000 people ask you about Moringa and making money from it and growing it. And so you can actually make a living from just answering and helping answer those questions, because we have an affiliate program that offers you commission. Okay? 50% commission. All right. This is great. 50% commissions. And I'm going to be making this way more clear. Let me kind of see if I have this real quick right here. I'm going to show a post here. Let's go to the school. I just put this here in the affiliate program. Let me share screen here. I just put this in the members area. Here, this is our new affiliate program, but you can see here that I have in the comment, sell sponsorships for 50% commissions. Sell lifetime memberships for 50% commissions. Sell product for 10% commissions. Which of these are more profitable for you to sell? So what I'm saying is when I send people your way from the map and you pick up the phone, you have an opportunity right away to make a living. You can make a living right away if you decide to find more information out about that person, to see if they're someone who may be interested in a sponsorship. Maybe they have a business already. Maybe they want to promote their business already. We have sponsorships now. I'm working on this page. Promote your business. Become a sponsor. Right now, we have, if you have a business right now and you don't have a Moringa business, that's fine. You can promote any business. Promote your business and advertise to our online audience. Get your business visibility. promotion through podcasts. This is any business, not just a Moringa business. Your business gets recognized on our sponsorship page, as well as many other marketing and advertising avenues. My business is in the business of marketing and advertising you and your business. I'm trying to help you blow up. I've already made $1 million from Moringa. I want you to make your first 6 figures from Moringa. And there's information here about what you receive with sponsorship. We do give you a package of powder and loose leaf from Grow Moringa Farms as a sponsor, but you also get a tree. You can adopt a tree. You get on-site advertising. This is our farm here that we're developing, a 2.5-acre farm here in Plant City that we're developing, right? These are the plots of trees that you could adopt. This is the sign that you get at the base of your tree. We're going to make bigger signs actually this spring and summer. So these are the things that all level sponsors get. Sponsorship benefits. You can become a community sponsor for $297, professional sponsorship sponsor for $997, and a premium sponsor for $29.97. This is going to promote your business, professional sponsorship benefits. Essentially, you get marketing, advertising. You could potentially come in here as well. It looks like actually we have a member that wants to come in as well. So we're going to bring Alicia in here very soon. We have also our premium sponsorship gets a plaque at the farm. Even more exposure. And this is an example of what we're going to do here is we are going to potentially admit one of our members here to come in and get some exposure. And right now, one of our sponsors is from Brooksville, Florida. His name is Stephen Turner, and he's the owner of Plant Lives Matter, LLC. He does landscaping and also loves Moringa. He's in the Brooksville area. Reach out to him directly. Check this out. When you click this right here, it takes you to his pin on the map where he has his name, his phone number, his email, and a direct link to Stephen on the map. And he's a sponsor. He purchased one of our sponsorships last year. So he gets a tree among many other tools like this advertisement right here in this show. Okay. So we're getting this going. Lifetime memberships. Still have to make this page. We have an about membership here. Essentially, I'm going to turn this about membership into the lifetime membership. That's essentially what there may be a lifetime page, and of course, there's a regular page. I don't know. I might have it on the same page. The membership page can be the lifetime page, possibly. So the membership is lifetime page. I need to shift that over and also say, hey, membership is $997, but you can make payments. We're going to talk a little bit more about this in the members area, exactly how to sell not only products for 10% commission, but also how to sell memberships and sponsorships. You have to find out who you're talking to on the phone, gather some information, and this is how you can make a living from Moringa without ever even touching it or growing it. If you're sitting there right now and you're saying, I want to grow it for a living, this job that I'm talking to you about is exactly for you. 99% of the people that I'm talking to right now are interested and want to grow Moringa. But that could take years. Some people, it's taking years to get to a point where they actually are growing it. Well, I want to grow it. I just have to buy the property and get my life together and dot, dot, dot. Okay, I know you want to grow moringa, but do you want to make a living from moringa right now? Do you want to make a living from moringa right now? Then this is how you can make a living from moringa. Because the people that you're talking to over the phone, yeah, most of them, some of them are going to buy powder for 20 bucks, but a lot more of them are interested in learning about the business and they want to make a living. When someone calls me and they ask me, how many trees can I plant on an acre? I say, well, how much do you want to make? Well, I don't know. Let's say somebody says to me, I want to make 100,000 bucks. I say, well, then plant 100,000 trees on your acre. If somebody says to me they want to make $1,000,000, I say, well, then plant 1,000,000 trees on your acre. What? Yes. The answer to all of your problems is the number of trees. If you want to make $10,000 from moringa, plant 10,000 seeds. If you want to make $100,000 from moringa, plant 100,000 seeds. If you want to make $1,000,000 from moringa, plant 1,000,000 seeds. This is in the physical world that we're in right now. Many people can't even fathom planting 100 seeds or 10,000 seeds or having trouble planting seeds. Well, I'm not going to force you to be a plant person if you're not a plant person. But if you're not a plant person, are you a money person? Are you into making money? Because if you are, let's work together. We can help you to make money from moringa. It's such a great, amazing, beautiful, healthy plant that it has given and afforded me the freedom to be able to say, well, let me help you now. I've been able to fill my cup to where now I can also help to pour over and fill your cup as well. So that was a big part of the main gist. I don't see Alicia anymore. She might have left out of the room. Let me just make sure. Let me go to the members area real quick. Oh, I'm actually right here. Let me see here. I posted in here. Okay, let's see. Alicia came in, Oren, Brad, Anya. Okay. So if anybody wants to come in, of course, you can come in right now. We have, of course, the members. I gave the link to the members. The members are able to promote and advertise their business with me on Saturdays. Let me see if there's any questions. Let me see if there's any questions real quick. Nice. Lots of questions. Yes. Ruth is asking, they have 10 hectares in Botswana, just finished fencing it. Can we connect? Yeah, I would love to connect. If you're in Botswana, I want to connect with you. Step number 1 to connect is become a member. Step number 1, if you would like to connect with me, Ruth, go to growmoringa.com. Number 1, if you want to connect with me, I talk with members directly every single day in the members area. Let's connect. Click this red membership button right here at growmoringa.com. And that's going to bring you right into the members area. So yes, I can connect with you. Yeah. Beautiful. How much does a soil test cost? Usually about 150 bucks. Matt is also saying that they're struggling with selling. So if you want to get selling training, how do I become a member? Ruth is asking how to become a member. growmoringa.com. Become a member at growmoringa.com. Click membership. I connect daily with members. Join from anywhere in the world. I'm challenging anybody in the world that has connected with me already to connect with me in the members area, because I'm getting a lot of talk and people want to talk and tell me their story, but they are not actually connecting with me. They're not actually finding the place where I connect. They're expecting me to connect with them where they want to connect. And so what I'm saying is, I want to connect with you, but I connect with everybody in school. This is where I connect with everybody. So I want to work with you. I want to talk with you. This is where my eyes are. This is where I am all day, every day. I'm in school. So I go live in here. I do videos in here every day. And this is the best place to reach me. One-on-one is directly through here. And we also have the group, so we also have the community. I also have a classroom of courses and classes and educational materials for you to learn. But we also are building up this community right now. I have 1,000 people that have signed up with me over the world over the last 3-4 years. And out of those 1,000 people, only 100 or so have come into the new school area. So I'm also in the process of making sure anybody that's in our past definitely gets with us and gets into our new school, because I signed up over 1,000 people from 2021 to 2025. And so now here we go, 2026. I just got on school and we have this potentially available for you. Join anywhere in the world. Come on in. This is where I talk and connect. So let's see here. I want to make sure everything is good. So this was another question, and we'll close with this one. The question is, do I ship my moringa to you? So not only do I talk to 1,000 people, and maybe only 100 people out of that 1,000 people will ever even have product, but those 1,000 people are asking me if they ship their moringa to me. And I say, no, don't ship your moringa to me. Ship it to the buyer. Ship your moringa directly to the buyer. Because what I do is I train you on how to grow your business. If I just bought your moringa and sold it for you, then you would need me for everything. You would be waiting for me to buy it all. And it's just not, I'm just not able to do that right now as this business is growing and building. It's not sustainable for me to buy everybody's moringa, as I'm also learning how to sell better. This right here is practice for me to learn how to sell better. Right? So what I am doing and offering is the fact that I have a group of people that are building their moringa businesses, and they need moringa. They're getting calls. They're finding out who wants it. They're finding out who has it. And with the network and with the system working, you in school is going to help provide you with someone who's also on the phone with someone that's looking for 50 pounds of powder from Botswana. And it's happening every day. We just had a member post in the members area that he had 60 pounds of powder and he sold it. It's gone. Yes, we buy moringa. We, as a team, I buy moringa. I just bought in 1 million seeds from a member, right? Because that member is a USDA certified organic grower in Nicaragua. And I wanted to buy in seeds from a farm that was in North America. It's just my preference. It's just, I wanted something that was close and local, something that didn't come from another country too far away that might have had dried up and shriveled up seeds on the inside that were really hard and tough and maybe not as viable to grow. What I realized is that Nicaragua is unbelievably amazing for moringa as well. And it's just right there. It's only like a 2-hour flight. Like it's closer to Nicaragua than it is to Texas for me, right? So my business model is in the business of ownership. And I want you to build and grow your business alongside of my business. Let's grow together. Let's grow together. I can grow this business. I can connect you with other people. When someone calls me and says, hey, do you know somebody in my area? I can say, yeah, just hit them up on the map. So when someone calls and asks, do I ship it to you? Do I ship it to you? No. No, don't ship your moringa directly to me. Ship it to the buyer. That person is then asking, well, how do I get buyers? And that's when I say, well, come into the members area and tell us what you have for sale. Then usually 99% of the people that I talk to don't even have moringa for sale. They're just asking, they're inquiring of how to get there. And they may never get there because at that point, I start to tell them and talk to them about, well, do you have any moringa to begin with to ship? And they're like, no. And I say, well, how much money do you want to make from moringa? And they say, $100,000. I say, okay, there's a physical aspect of it. You can make $100,000 from 100,000 seeds. But the digital aspect of this comes with learning how to sell moringa. So what I usually try to tell people is that while they're learning how to grow, they can figure out also how to sell. In order to be able to sell what you grow, you should be able to sell high quality moringa that you know, like, and trust that other people grow. You see where I'm getting at? So if you're about moringa, not just about the money, but if you want to sell and make a living from moringa, this is what I'm saying. It's not, you're not selling anything. You're selling the most nutritious plant on land. You're selling the most nutritious plant in the planet. So we've already decided morally, we're doing the right thing. We're selling the right thing. Morally, I'm going to go hard with selling the right thing. I'm going to sell the thing that I believe in 100,000%. I'm not going to go halfway selling what I love and believe in. I'm going to go all in. I'm going to go all in with learning. I'm obsessed with learning how to sell moringa better. So you don't ship it to me because I don't have a warehouse. I may be on the road. I'm going to be filming and making content to our grower members. We don't have one single location that you can ship to me. Instead, what I do is I teach you and connect you how to sell so that way you can ship it directly to the buyer. And you're asking, who's the buyer? The buyer is most likely a member because they found you in our networking group. Okay, so our networking group is the place. When someone calls me and says, do you know someone in my area that has moringa? That person most likely is looking for local growers. That person usually ends up coming into our network because they are just like me and you, and they want to buy from people that they know, like, and trust. They want to support local businesses. So they become a member just to tap into our network, just to be buyers from people The buyers, the members that are just hanging out, having fun, learning and kicking it and really cool, they're buying 20 bucks of Moringa from the grower in California. They're on a call with growers in Texas and they're like, yo, I want to try your Moringa. Yo, I want to try your Moringa. I want to see how it tastes. I want to see how it feels, how it vibes. That's why people also love shopping with me and the Moringa that I grow here because they love the vibe. They love how it tastes. They love the energy. And that's why we keep having customers come back. So I can finish this document real quick, the We Buy Moringa document, just to really kind of help close it in for you, to tell you that we buy Moringa and show you that we buy Moringa here just in detail. You know, number one, become a member so that way I can talk to you, so that way we can connect. You know, I have trouble connecting one-on-one with thousands of people every day, but I can connect with thousands of people every day in our group. We get on Zoom calls, we hang out. You know, I'm starting to get to know, like Uncle B is in here and I just met him like, you know, maybe a week ago. He became a member, but he's been commenting on all the videos. He's in the members area saying thank you and commenting, just being active and just saying, hey, I was here. I saw this, showing love. But because of that, Uncle B came into the meeting, I think on Monday and on Wednesday, has been given tons of advice. But he also says, you know, I don't have anything else to give other than just my time and energy to learn. You know, he's busy, he's got a job, he's got family, he's got lots of bills and responsibilities like everybody else. But he's here and he knows that he just needs to tap in and listen to behind the scenes as to what this business really is to get a better idea of what this business is. Many people wonder and ask about the business model. So the business model is a collective, and we can talk a little bit more about the difference between co-ops and collectives. And I wanted to put that on a page, the co-ops versus collectives. I'm trying to find out where to put that information. As I'm building out the website, I'm building out the website right now. So this is all growmoringa.com/membership/business/map/products. Everything that we're answering right now, I'm building out a massive, massive website right now myself. So just go to growmoringa.com, click on some of those pages. You can see that there's yoga and other stuff on there. That's just a template. But I'm rewriting and building the template, and I'm doing all of that in our agency. We have an agency, a marketing and advertising agency. You know, so we have some members that are getting on the map. They might be wondering why should I get on the map? What good is that? I don't have any Moringa. I don't even grow any Moringa. Like I said, I made $1 million from Moringa without having any Moringa. I learned how to sell it first, and this is the system that I teach. Number one, if you have Moringa right now and you want to connect with me from Botswana or from Cameroon or from Nigeria or from India, if you have Moringa right now to sell, this is what I can do to help. You can list your Moringa right now on the members marketplace right now. Upload a clear finished product, write a short compelling sales description, put in a hook, put in a story, put in an offer. These are the elements, the key fundamental elements of a sales post in order to get somebody to buy from you. Remove all the barriers from preventing anyone from shopping with you right then and there. Tell them in the post, call me right now. I have the next 15 minutes available. Another thing, once you're a member, you can join the Facebook group and post as a salesperson. Most people come into our Facebook group and they just start trying to sell. But our Facebook group reserves the right for selling directly for members. So if you're a member, you have access to sell. So we have thousands of people every day coming in trying to sell inside of our Facebook group, and they all get blocked unless they're a member. Once you're a member, then you can sell. Like I say, work with me and I can work with you, and I can open up to meeting many new business opportunities. If you ask me if I buy from you and I say yes, I'm going to want to see your social media. I will be requesting to see some of your social media. If you want me to buy from you, I'm not asking for anything special than anybody else would be asking to buy from you as well. So if you want me to buy from you, I'll say yes, but I'll say, send me a link to your YouTube, send me a link to your Instagram, send me a link to your Facebook, send me a link to your LinkedIn, send me a link to your TikTok, send me a link to your Snapchat. I mean, Snapchat is making billions and billions of dollars. Send me a link to your Etsy. Send me a link to your Amazon. Send me something that I can find your product listed for sale. If you're calling me, asking me if I'll buy your Moringa, and I say yes, I'm buying Moringa like this. This is how I'm buying Moringa. I'm not buying Moringa directly off of a tree that's sitting in a bowl. I'm buying Moringa that's finished in a package with a label and a logo on it, just like everybody else. So if you want me to buy your Moringa, what I'm going to do is I'm going to prepare you for anyone and everyone to be able to buy your Moringa. And that's essentially the lesson for today, is that if you want me to buy from you, I'm going to want to see other people have bought from you, and I want to see their testimonials. I want to see them telling me that your Moringa is the shit. Tell me your story. If you want me to buy from you, I want to be able to see somewhere online more about you and your story. Who are you? I don't buy from anybody that I don't know, and either does anybody else. Also, one of the things that you can help increase your opportunity and chances of getting more sales, go through the certification courses to make sure that your product is really high quality. And then at that point, you can begin filling members, filling orders, not only for me, but for anybody in the members area that's going to be buying from you. This is what we do. We help to train you and your business to sell. You don't have a growing problem, you have a selling problem, and that you've been running away from learning how to sell your whole life. If you're calling me and you have to say, well, I need to ask my wife, or I need to ask my husband, that means that you haven't yet sold them on the idea. If you're saying, oh, I don't know, they're not going to go for it. Go for what? That means that they don't trust you. If you're not able to sit down with your partner and give them a good idea and roll with it, then there's no trust. If they say, go ahead, I trust you in taking on this on your own to gather information for us, sweetie, gather the information and then let us know. You have to be able to present the idea to your significant other also in a sales capacity. The word convince is like the word sales. Yeah. Well, that was a great show today. I've had a lot off my chest this week as a result of the amount of questions that I get all week, every week. And I want to make that more clear with people so that when I get on the phone with you, you already know what's up. and we can move forward and we can actually start talking some real stuff. Because if you're asking me how many trees can I grow on an acre, let me see here. FAQs. I built this website this week. FAQs. Here, pages, FAQs. Let's go through this real quick. This is essentially some quick answers. Okay. Frequently asked questions, whether you're looking to grow on your land or buy high quality USA Moringa products, you're in the right place. Whether you're looking to grow or you're looking to buy, you're in the right place. Many people contact me because they have land and they want to develop it. The Grow Moringa Collective has a network of 1,000 members worldwide, and we help connect people with land with people that don't have land. If you're watching right now and you have land, but you need work or you need labor or you need someone like me to work on your property, I know someone that is looking for work and who doesn't have land. That was me starting out. I was looking for work and I didn't have any land, but I was hungry and I wanted to make $1 million from Moringa. So I started knocking on other people's doors looking for Moringa trees, saying, you have Moringa, can I have some? So right now I'm looking for people who want to develop their land and also for people that need help and also want to work. So here's the answer. Is Grow Moringa profitable? Yes, with a plan. How many trees can I grow on an acre? 100,000 or more. How much money can I make from one tree? $1,000 or more from one tree. Does Moringa grow in my state? Yes, it does grow in your state. Grow it in the summer as an annual. When you're on the phone with someone, these are your quick answers. Is Moringa profitable? Yeah. Well, how many trees can I grow on an acre? 100,000. Well, how much money can I make from one tree? 1,000. Well, can I grow it in my state? Yeah. You see how quick that happened? That happened in less than 30 seconds. After that is where you have an opportunity to make a living. This is us. This is our team here at Grow Moringa. Of course, we have many, many more people on our team, but this is just some of our assistants that are here helping us to make products and ship products every single day. You can come in person. You can visit the store Tuesday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're on Google here. You can visit Google. I just clicked that, and that takes you to Grow Moringa Farms. We have events every single year. We have 2 big events every single year. This event coming up right now we have is called MORINGACON. Okay. Then usually people have some simple questions and they're asking, what is Moringa? It's a tropical tree. What does it do? It grows really fast. What is it good for? Blood sugar and blood pressure. What does it taste like? Peanuts. How do I take Moringa? You can take it in a capsule, a pill, a powder, a tea, a spice, an oil. How much do I take? Start in small amounts. How long does it last on the shelf? About a year. You see how quick those answers need to come out, because you have to find out when you're on the phone within 30 seconds to 2 minutes if this phone call is going to be worth it. Because people will tell you their entire story and spend an entire hour with you, and that's okay. I did that, and this is what I was realizing with John Kohler's first video that dropped in 2019, 2020, 2020. He came and interviewed me in November of 19, and then that video dropped in March of 2020. From March of 2020 till March of 2025, 2026, I was on the phone with people that called me from that video. And I learned how to talk to people and made this business literally from that video because of the amount of calls that I was getting. I had to figure something out. I didn't have 2-3 hours for one person for them to say, okay, thanks, bro. I wrote all your notes and then that person, 99% of that is not going to do any of those things. Why? Because it's actually work. It's no different than any other business. So can you grow it in the USA? For sure. In the summer as an annual. Can you grow it indoors? Definitely. Just have sun, light, and fans. How fast does it grow? It's one of the fastest growing trees in the world. What soil does it prefer? Sandy, composted soil. How often should I water it? Every time it's dry. Can I grow moringa in a pot? Yeah, in a pot, in the ground, upside down, inside out. Any which way it grows. Hydroponically, aquaponically, all that. It does. It grows anyway. And of course, I'm going to have a lot more sections to this. I just got to that point of the website. There's 20 more sections or so from the FAQs. But for now, I really had a great show with you guys today. I'm going to go ahead and sign off now. I'm going to make sure health risks, medical drawbacks, high blood pressure. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Everybody's going to be different. Yeah. No worries. We can talk about the negative and bad parts about Moringa anytime. I do have benefits. Let's see here. I'm working on growmoringa.com/benefits. Let's see here. Oh yeah. Okay, here you go. Mr. Vet, Bro Vet. I have I have this for you here. Bro Vet is asking, what about the downfalls? What about the concerns? What about the potential for high blood pressure? Yes. That's why you want to talk to your doctor, right? You know, my business is mostly in the business of talking about the business aspect. You know, I leave a lot of the benefits for other people. You know, I've just chosen to say, hey, there's lots of benefits to it. Look it up. But if you want to talk business, if you want to learn how to sell it, if you want to learn how to grow your business, that's my specialty. And I can give you a little benefit of it for people, pets, and plants. I've been working on this part of the website. What is it good for? There's over 300 known benefits, some side effects. Mr. Bro, it's going to make you feel good. That's a benefit. That's a side effect. Safety tip. There's some safety tips, of course. You know, if you're concerned about or pregnant, you want to be definitely concerned with Moringa because it's anti-parasitic. It can actually be used as a plan B. Moringa is used as a plan B pill, right? Definitely talk to your doctor. This is a little bit more information about the benefits of it, gram per gram by comparison. Gram per gram by comparison. 2 times more yogurt. What does that actually mean? Look at that here. We'll go over that some more again. And of course, we're talking about fresh greens, dry greens, leaf powder, leaf capsules, leaf tincture, spice, drumsticks, flowers, roots, seeds, seed powder, seed oil. I'm fixing all this stuff up. But also, what are the benefits and differences of the green powder versus the white powder, the seed powder versus the leaf powder? Oh, look, as seen on Growing Your Greens USA Today. I love that. And we are not certified or have not been evaluated by the FDA. Everything that you've heard from me today is really just for entertainment. I'm really just a lion in the cage. This is all for fun. This is a circus show that we got going on right now. And I just wanted to help you guys out today. So thank you very much for coming in. I had a great time. How do you take it? You can take moringa in a capsule form, in a powder form, in a loose leaf form, in a spice form, in an oil form, in a solid form, in a liquid form. Yeah, it can be an inhibitor, definitely for A1C. A1C, there's a thing for diabetes. It's proven to help with diabetes. We have someone that we know that uh, created a patent for Moringa. It actually has lots of clinical and medical research about it that it is proven to help cure diabetes. Right on. So thank you. Thank you for coming in. I definitely want to connect. Excuse me. If you need me, of course, don't hesitate to call. I would love to get on a phone call with you. It'll give me an opportunity to sell you Moringa. And I sell Moringa in two different ways. I sell it in a physical form and I sell it in a digital form. And I teach my members how to discern between the two and figure out who they're talking to so that way they can either sell them physical Moringa or they can sell them the entertainment, the education, the fun stuff, all the questions, the business stuff, because those are two different avenues. So when you want to make a living from Moringa, I can encourage you to help us sell more books, courses, education. There's billions of people in the world that are asking and wanting to learn about Moringa. We made a business to help people learn about Moringa. And so while you can get anything from the internet for free, if you want to connect and network and work with us as a team, come into our agricultural collective. It is absolutely affordable to become a member today. Get in today for free. Get into the membership today for free. I'd love to see you in there. Go to growmoringa.com and click that membership button. Thank you, my loves. Thank you, Moringueros. And thank you very much for coming in, listening, hanging out, and saying what's up. Superfood, Medicina. Thank you. Thank you. What does it do? It gives you lots of energy and boosts it up. Appreciate that. Much love, Moringa love. Peace. Catch you soon. Ciao. Bye.